The Good Guy Experience.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Good Guy Experience, where the experience is always good, guys. I am your host, the K to the A to the J-A-E. KJ is what they call me. And to my right, we got my homegirl. There's many rarities in the world, but none rarer than the pearl. Black Pearl, everybody. Black Pearl, everybody.
What's up?
All right. And even further to my right, my ace. My homeboy going way back since Liz, y'all. Mr. J Weeks, everybody. Mr. J Weeks. There's the view.
That's good.
And then there's the artwork view. My homie, artwork photos, everybody in the house. And there's only one Jones everybody needs to be keeping up with. And that's Ash Jones, everybody. You got to love Jones for you, baby. All right. So, guys, we're bringing you the live stream shows about the topics you want to hear, allowing you to interact directly with our panel. So how are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling tonight? How are we feeling?
Feeling good.
All right. All right. So we're feeling real good. And listen, guys,
pretty good tonight.
All right. So before we get started, guys, I gotta, shout out to Fit, the Good Guy Experience Fit, Miss Shanita Ramsey Outlaw. I thank you for the fit. She is, amazing. Overnight, last minute. Hey, Miss Outlaw, can I get this done? Yeah, I can get it done for you. So if you have any business needs, if you have any professional creative needs, please reach out to Miss Shanita Ramsey Outlaw on Facebook, guys. All right. So before we get started, what did y'all think about that Coming to America, guys? I really had to ask, what did y'all think about Coming to America parts? What did y'all think about the Coming to America? Before I say anything, what did y'all think?
For real, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it yet?
Nah.
Oh my gosh, y'all didn't see it?
Well, I just feel like it was so hyped up. Like, I'm like, let me just give it some time. The first one was good. I don't expect to feel the way I felt about it 30 years ago, 20 years ago, boy.
What's up, Star? Star says, what's up, peoples? Victor Shalaka says, let's go, Mr. Shalaka. All right. So look,
I thought it was good, bro. Like, you talking about a movie that's in everybody's top 10, at least, So it's hard to catch that lightning in the bottle twice. But I thought
chocolate.
yeah, it was a good sequel, Like, I didn't expect it to be as good as the first, but it was entertaining.
My thing is this, I didn't expect it to be good as the first, but was it needed though? We have this grand love story, right? We don't have many black love stories that start off with a positive vibe and a positive attitude. So why would we go and mess that up by throwing in, oh, he got a random baby out there, somebody, but somebody, he happens to be in America, right, by the Mighty Shark and stuff like that.
The thing about it is, it's a comedy, not a love story. So, comedies are supposed to have awkward moments, everything can't be, what go right in a comedy. Something got fuck up,
Yeah.
And I think that as it wasn't as good as the first one. I think that we could all agree with that. Even the people who haven't seen it probably know that it's not as good as the first one, or don't expect it to be. I think that they brought a new flavor to this generation with it. I think that it brought up a lot of topics, especially with us promoting women more nowadays and putting them in the forefront, having more female superheroes and stuff like that. A big part of it was the can a woman be king part. I think that was a good thing to throw in there. They even a lot of the throwback scenes to the barbershop and, a couple of guest cameos that I don't want to give away too many spoilers and everything. They brought up a lot of today's topics and tried to make it still funny in this PC culture that we have.
Okay, so with the strong black lead, that brings us to our topic.
Hey, before we start, I gotta tell a funny story. My dad gonna kill me about this shit, but like,
oh man, comedy.
My dad old school, and he was like, he called me. He was like, "Son, I want to see that new Coming to America." And I said, he said, "Is it coming to the theaters?" I said, "No, Dad. I mean, the shit's gonna be on Amazon." And he said, "I mean, I don't know why they do that shit, man. Ain't nobody trying to go to Amazon."
Hey, but it benefited me. I ain't had no moving money.
Wow.
Me and my wife, we went up there. I was like, "Baby, go on order Coming to America." She's like, "We ain't got to order. It's free." I'm like, "Oh," so automatically I just started watching it and everything like that. But
So you did enjoy it.
huh?
Yeah, he just told him.
That didn't mean I
So you
enjoyed
did
it.
enjoy it because it was free.
He feel by himself.
I just watched the free movie. You know what I'm saying? Let them wear our
Bye.
Princeton.
Stop playing. Stop playing.
All right, guys. What everybody came to see, guys. We're talking about the men and their role in the Black community. I'm happening to scroll across Facebook and everything like that, and I happen to see a post by a friend of mine. Miss D, Shantae Chevelle, says the biggest problem in the Black community is Black men. Somebody had to say it. The biggest problem in the Black community is Black men. Somebody had to say it. So without further ado, I want to bring Miss D, Shantae to the string. Everybody, shout out. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? So before we get started, I want to give you the floor. I want to know why you stated what you stated and where are you coming from?
I stated what I stated because I feel like it's a lot of problems in the Black community. And what I've been noticing lately is that a lot of Black men have taken their platforms to say it's Black women's fault. And so I took a hard look at what was going on in the Black community, and I find that majority of the problems in the Black community are created by Black men, and I don't think they hold each other accountable. So somebody got to do it. Somebody has to do it. Let me be that person. I feel like a lot of other women, as I found, agree with me as well.
So they agree. So what you're saying is the deep-rooted issue is with men. Do we have anything to say about that, guys? She's saying that the problem in the Black community is strictly, it starts with us. What do we have to say about that?
I disagree.
I don't agree.
So we're gonna start with Miss Ash Jones. Why do you disagree with the statement that Black men are the problem in the Black community?
I disagree because I'm old school, so I go to the root of the problem, and because I believe, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. But I grew up in church, so I don't want people to think I just don't know the Bible because I do. But what I found out is, I truly believe that man was made in the image of God, which means God would have to be a woman, which means the problem gonna have to stem with us first because we birth life. So if we're gonna place a blame, I think the blame would be on the Black woman, just because of everything that's going on today. Like when I honestly looked at this topic, I went back and just looked at some percentages of some of the biggest issues we have in our community, and that's abortion is our number one problem. We killing Black lives before we get here.
Who's getting them pregnant?
But
let me just interrupt y'all.
Wait. We gonna take it to Black Pearl, okay?
So the biggest problem in the Black community is we keep pointing fingers. We are a Black community. Wait a minute. Y'all said what y'all had to say. Wait a minute. Your statement was Black men. Don't pull it back. You said Black men, right? We looked at your writing and you put Black men, and Black for your Black men was in capital B, right? Yeah. We cannot. There go capital B. Black men. B. All right. So what I'm saying to you is a community is not just men. A community is men, women, and children. So it cannot just be Black men, because a Black man, a Black person, a Black woman ain't gonna do nothing that another person don't allow them to do.
Black men are supposed to be leading. Black men want to lead, right? They should be leading.
But we don't let them lead. We tell them how to lead.
They supposed to lead.
They following.
Wait. Okay.
Lord have mercy.
We're gonna be honest on this part. We're gonna be honest, y'all.
We're gonna be honest.
honey. You gotta be.
All right, Miss Shantae, bringing it back to you. You said Black men have to lead. What is it that Black men aren't doing that we're not leading? What is it that you think that we need to do more of, or that we're lacking in the terms of leadership?
Okay. I don't think they promote unity. I think black men promote the opposite of unity. They actually promote black genocide. So if we're gonna say that we are leading our culture, the people that have the most prominence in our culture promote killing each other. They're promoting killing each other. I mean,
But you're
that's
contradicting yourself because
how?
you're not promoting unity either by your statement.
Yes,
Not with
I
your
am.
statement, you're not.
I am.
Not with your
Hold
statement.
on.
Tell them to
Not with
not
your
kill each
statement.
other. Do not
I
kill each
wouldn't say
other.
she
Do not do
contradicted
that.
herself. I would say
Hold
she's
on one
asking.
second. Hold on one second, guys. Go into the
Ash, you're
comments.
correct. You're
Go into
correct,
the
Ash.
go into the comments. Victor Salaka says the sisters are leading in education. A lot of brothers taking higher ed for granted. Ashley says, "Come on, Black Pearl, and giving you the hands of praise." Hey, listen, Jay Weeks, I see you in the background. He got something to say. Jay Weeks, speak on it for me, man. Speak on it.
Okay.
Yike, yike.
Yeah, I'm great.
All right, just making sure. Just making sure.
He been holding this here for a while.
I want to hear what he got to say.
Well, I would say I really have to super disagree with that statement because that's a broad generalization to
Yes.
make. Because it's like with black men, it's always like one person's flaw is everybody's flaw. And the,
Absolutely.
and the same can be said about black women. Like, oh, like if a black woman is represented in a certain way, then all of a sudden they think every black woman is that way. Like they say, like black women are hard to work with. Black women got attitudes. I'm gonna share a story with y'all real quick.
Go ahead.
Went to a job interview years ago, and the guy told me, he said, make sure you really show me your work ethic because black guys are not known for their work ethic. Now,
Mm,
if I'm not mistaken, black men built this country.
mm.
You know, you know. So
Speak on it.
I mean, to
Black men and
say,
women. Throw that out. But go ahead.
black men and women, I would say that,
Black
but
people.
Black people
black
built this
people,
country.
but to say that black men is the sole cause, I mean, we all are victims of
Yeah,
it's a systematic system in place to oppress all of us. So
absolutely.
how is one the problem over the other when we all victims of the same system? And plus, you know, it's like
Why
it's a
black men go out to fight
Wait,
system?
wait, 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 Shantae. Wait, Shantae. I'm gonna give you the floor. Wait, wait,
but
wait.
but
I want to hear your facts, Shantae. I'm
but
sorry.
but
What does that mean?
Wait, 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 wait.
but
Finish.
to say that the black man is the problem, is like I said, it's too broad, it's too much, it's not a fair generalization to make because it's nobody's the problem. Like nobody,
We are
it's
talking.
nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault.
So Shantae, so what he's pretty much, I mean, systemic racism. He touched on systemic racism. Is it fair to say that there is a significant wealth gap? There's a gap in employment. There's a gap in housing, discrimination, and things like that that are against the black man that set up these. I mean, that set up things for your quote saying that black men are the problem. Are there things that are set up against us through systemic racism in this
Yeah,
country?
there is, but systemic racism affects women and men. Men do not find any flaw in blaming women. They don't see us as empathetic creatures, and they be like, okay, well, be it the system, you still got to do this, you still got to do that, you still got to take care of your kids, you still got to be whatever submissive and this and the third. Like, I don't think systemic racism even comes into play when it comes to women. So
And
why
then,
should it come into play when it comes to men? I don't get that. Like, we
and
still
then,
have to
So
overcome.
can I ask? Can I
All right,
ask?
wait a minute,
What
wait a
is
minute, wait a minute, wait 1 minute.
And
Going to
we
the
gonna
comments.
get into that. We're gonna get into that because I'm
Wait,
thinking my thing
Hey,
is
we gotta let artwork chime
wait,
in though.
wait. All right. Marion says women have the most prominence in our community based on history. Now we have not heard from artwork. So artwork, chime in on it, my brother.
I think that we have always been a society that has looked towards our elders, our grandmothers mostly. Our men was taught by our grandfathers and stuff like that. But in this generation, where we're seeing more of that divide with black women talking about black men and black men talking down on black women, I feel like the people that you are talking about, as far as black men being toxic and shooting up their communities, they're leaving women that to raise children by themselves. I feel like those aren't black men that are being raised inside of a two-parent household. Usually,
Well,
that is a black man. That is a black man that is raised by a single black mother who
oh
didn't
my God.
teach him not to go outside and terrorize the community.
All right. So
That
now,
is a black
Shantae.
man. That
Hey,
is a
hey,
black
hey,
man
hey,
that
hey,
is being raised by a
First,
black woman. I
Moss,
can't say
you can't.
that will be all
Yeah,
single black mothers. I do want to say that,
All
but
right,
I feel like
Shantae.
those people that are terrorizing aren't being brought up inside of a strong black household.
All right. So
can I ask you
Shantae's
a
been
question,
patient, so Shantae
Shantae?
has her chance to come with
Shantae.
rebuttal.
So, what are the men that are brought up in a two-parent household doing to correct or check the behavior of the men that are terrorizing the communities? Y'all
What
not doing
about the women that accept those men?
What
What are they
men
we
doing?
being
don't,
brought
we
up
don't
in a
accept
two
anything. I
parent
don't think women
household
have
are
standards.
trying to bring up
Yes,
their
women do
children in
need
a
to
two
have
parent household.
standards. But when women have standards and say, "Hey, this is what a man needs to do to get for me to entertain him," it's always a rebuttal. You
Yeah.
just for the
Why?
money. Oh, you just want this. You just want somebody to take care of you. When women do have standards, we get attacked for those standards. So now we got a lot of black women who are in a desperate state. You feel me? They taking anything just to say they got a man. Okay, so
Yeah,
who
but
fighting
you
for
can't
that?
get mad at the man if you lower your standard so you're not
No,
alone. You can't get mad at him. You lowered your standard and then you changed up after you got the man. That don't even
But
make
men
no
are
sense.
saying that.
Wait,
Men
wait, wait,
are the
guys.
ones that they shouldn't be having standards. Men are the ones saying that.
All
Men
right,
are saying, why
time
do you
out,
have
guys. Wait,
standards?
wait,
Why is it about money? Why should it be about security? Why do you want to be
I have a
taken
better
care of?
question. Have
wait.
you been outside your own community?
Yes,
Because
I
you're
have.
making a huge statement
No,
that
I'm
is not
not.
semantically correct. Have you been to the
All right, guys, I had to mute because we gotta let each other talk. We can't talk all over each other, guys. It has to be some type of order here. All right, so Shantae, let's let Shantae finish her speech, and then we're gonna go to Ash and see if she has anything to chime in on it. All right, Shantae, it's on you.
Casey hit the around
I
the
just feel
horn.
like y'all can say I know who's contributing, adding to the problems in the black community, but I also feel like those men that y'all talking about who are in a two-parent household, they don't do anything either. They're sitting back, not doing anything as well. So they're not being leaders in the community. Like what are they doing? They don't. I think everybody has this individualistic idea that they just have to be concerned with themselves, and that is not what leaders do. They're concerned with the entire community, the collective of black people. So
Well, Shantae, throughout history, how many black men have tried to be leaders, and what was the outcome? I mean, we've had several leaders that have tried to step up and do several things. Case in point, if you haven't seen Judas and the Black Messiah, y'all go check that out. That was one of our leaders that tried to step up and do something for the black community at 21 years old, and we saw what surveillance systems and everything like that did to that brother. Now, we're gonna take it to Ash Jones. How do you feel about the situation?
So going back to the working part, like the job and the money, men get, and this is all men get paid more than women do at most of these jobs. So I was just bringing that point in there to kind of throw a monkey in the wrench about the financial side of it, because I know somebody said we're the most
Throw a monkey
educated, and we
wrench.
got, I guess women have good jobs, which we do, but we also used to didn't have rights. We had to fight for those rights. Y'all never did. Y'all could go get a job. It was a point in time my grandmother couldn't go get a job. So,
and we had to
um,
depend on our husband.
right. So, I mean, that's how I feel about that. But overall though, I'm gonna say it's a 50-50 split. Like, I'm not gonna throw. I think it's ignorant to just throw the blame on one, just on the black man, because I feel like it's both. It's a collective of both. I think both have to take responsibility, but I mean, at the same time, you gotta know who you are. I feel like most women don't even realize, who they are, so they don't value themselves the way they should, and then the man that they pick reflects that. So,
Are men helping women value themselves, or are they
I mean, it is
Yeah.
some men that
degrading
do.
them?
self-esteem?
Self
Yeah.
esteem is about yourself.
I've been on social
I mean,
media
though,
so much, y'all. And when I tell you black men, I don't even get half the racism that I get from black men from white people. These black
Can I
men
ask why do you keep that circle,
are
though? Can I ask
Let it go.
why you keep that circle?
Tear women down.
Can I ask why you entertain having a circle of black men that don't edify you and lift you up? Why do you even entertain a circle like that?
I don't entertain it, but we just be having discussions on making progress. And it's always the black men that be having these racial stereotypes and throwing them out there and projecting them on people. You know, and like you just said, you think the Pookies and the Ray Rays that are shooting the community up. There's a lot of people that glorify gun violence. It's not just
you never had an uncle at the cookout pull you aside and tell you.
Oh, it's on you, Tim. It's on you, artwork.
You never had an uncle at the cookout pull you aside and tell you what type of men to stay away from? The old heads will let you know as soon as you bring that brother to the cookout, he's letting you know that's not the type of man.
So what does a good man look like? What does a good man look like?
They come in all shapes and sizes, but a man can better tell you what a man is about than a woman.
A good black man. Let's talk about it.
You got three of them.
It's different for everyone.
It's different for everyone.
He's not cookie cutter. Okay, what else? What's a good black man? What do he look
what
like?
I'm saying to you is what a good black man is.
What does a good man do? What does he do? What should we? Hey, you said Uncle gonna break it down. How he gonna break it down? Let me know.
Wait a minute. In the chat box, Ashley says it is not the man's job to give you value. Preach on it. Preach on it.
Nobody's asking for men to give you value. It's for you to have standards in yourself and to make these men meet you where you at. Okay, it's not.
Can I share some facts with you, Shante? Can I share some facts? In the 60s, Tom Brokaw wrote a book called Boomer Voices, right? Talked about how the government was systematically dismantling the family by introducing welfare, food stamps, Medicaid. And if you don't know, North Carolina in the early 2000s tried to do TANF where it would encourage husbands and wives to come together. It did not work. They were not getting enough applications and they snatched it back. And the best way for you to get and keep any assistance is to say you don't know where your kid's father is, where your husband is, and we continue to support it. There is a large percentage of Black Americans, not just Black, but we're talking about Black Americans that lie about being with someone so they can get some food stamps and they could get TANF. So don't say it's the Black man. We are systematically put in positions that if we don't want to struggle, you cannot have your man in that house. And so what in turn what that does is, one, it does cause some self-esteem issues for men, because what is their purpose? Their purpose is to provide. It's a natural purpose. Natural purpose. I'm the provider. I'm the leader. But if I'm not needed because you want your money more than you want your man or you want your family, then I'm gonna have an issue, and I'm gonna act up, and I'm gonna shoot up, and I'm gonna act a fool. Another point is single mothers on average, not everyone, because I'm a single mother, but on average, put their kids in certain categories. One, I got pregnant for this man and now this man is gone. I'm taking out my anger and disappointment on my child. So now this child is looking at you with all the anger and all your regrets for having them. And they listen to you talk junk about their dad and they go, well, I'm from that man. So if you feel like that about that man, you definitely feel that way about me. The second thing is you have the mothers who treat their son like they're their boyfriend. And they say, you the king of the house. And what you're saying to that child without talking to them is, you don't have to work, you don't have to do nothing. You just need to sit here and let a woman take care of you, and you can be the king. That is the message that you're giving that child.
I drink to that too.
And third, you treat your child like they're your girlfriend, and you tell them all inappropriate things about sleeping with Raekwon, and Raekwon think he can come up in here and he took my money and beep, or say, blah, 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 and I'm gonna beat her butt. You guys don't understand. Community is a group thing. We add, we take away. What we bring into the table again is what we're missing. So if it's missing from the table, we all got to take accountability.
So let's hold on. Before we move on, let's go to the comments.
She's tripping. For men that been.
Hold on. Before we move on, let's go to the comments. Star Cooper says, boom. Nikki says, facts. Andrea says, that part. Marion says, truth. Come on, Pearl. And Ashley says, preach, Pearl. Nikki says, preach. So look, somebody get Pearl a church fan up in here, girl. You need to Somebody get her to
Let
church.
me just sip my tea.
Hold on, because we're gonna go back to Shantae. We gotta let Shantae rebuttal. We gotta let Shantae rebuttal. Now, to Shantae to having her back a little bit, guys. Is there any truth to guys stepping into our role as a leader, trying to support the Black woman, trying to provide for her, trying to do it a little better?
Oh, I got an answer for that.
Hold on.
Let Shantae talk.
Because if we're honest with ourselves, no, I don't think that it's all on us. But we just said that the narrative is for us to provide. How can we provide when we're out there making tip drill videos, when we're out there demeaning the Black woman, when we're out here doing this and that to the Black woman? We're doing everything except providing and loving our Black woman. So come on,
please let Shantae talk.
He said what I had to say. Like, wow, how are we supposed to respect ourselves when men are telling us that we aren't nothing? They're fetishizing us, they're objectifying us, making us all we got to offer. It said,
well, what made the Stallion and Cardi B be rapping about?
Right, because that's what people want to hear, right?
Okay,
you can apply that same logic. If you can apply that same logic to your set to women, you can apply it to men who tell each other to shoot each other. We are tearing ourselves down.
That's why
what are you talking about?
50 split is definitely, absolutely both parties. We both.
Yeah, but are they holding a gun to our head and telling us to make it clap? No.
But hold on.
I'm telling you, no white men are not letting no Black man get on the radio and talk about shooting white communities up. They're not even playing this.
Wait a minute. We gotta go to Jay Weeks. Jay Weeks has been sitting patiently. Jay Weeks,
all right, let's be real, man. I mean, we're talking about the toxic things in the Black community. There's toxic behavior in every community. The white community, Asian community, no matter what community you go to, there's toxic. But you don't see them. You don't see them like
glorified on TV.
Yeah, like you don't see them like we doing right now. Like you don't see white people saying, "Oh my God, white men are so toxic because it's rock and roll music and." They like to do LSD and shit. You don't see that.
They not talking about shooting each other though. They not talking about using drugs, but they're definitely not talking about killing each other.
You kill whoever is in your community. Hold on. There's no such thing as black on black crime. Everyone is told where they live.
No, you are wrong.
Shantae makes a good point.
Bro,
Shantae makes a good point. I have not heard a country music song where they're like a 2 and 2 the truck.
Hold on.
They're not glorifying it.
They're not glorifying genocide. They are not glorifying their own genocide.
That is not true. That is not true. Because if you listen to enough rock and roll songs, there's always songs about white people killing each other too. And I mean, country music.
Name one.
Name one. I mean,
Name one.
Marilyn Manson made a whole bunch of songs that influenced.
Name one.
Just to interject, I don't listen to country music, but
we don't listen to that.
Exactly.
I did grow up in a community that was not predominantly black. It was not predominantly black, the community I grew up in, and white people were shooting other white people.
Exactly.
But were they glorifying in the music? Were they saying go shoot each other in the music? Were they?
She has a point. She has a point. Yes, there is violence in every race. We can agree to that. But what I believe Shantae is saying, what Shantae is saying, that they don't take that. Oh, look at what I did! I just killed 5-6 people, and I'm gonna put it on the record.
It's not glorified, but it still happens. It's not glorified. They sweep theirs under the rug.
They glorify it.
They support one another.
Why are we putting our crimes on Front Street? Why are we talking about the most vile parts of
being paid for that? These people that are rapping about it aren't even killing people in the black community.
I guess y'all
they're being paid by our industry to talk about killing the black community because that's what they're going to get paid to do.
Have y'all ever heard
they glorify death differently.
Wait a minute. We got Tim. Excuse me, Artwork. I believe Artwork was saying that half of the people that are rapping about these things that they're pumping into our communities about shoot 'em up, Glock this. I got the 40 on my waist. They ain't never seen a 40. They don't even know. I mean, they have never held a
Ain't
gun.
never shot a
Look
Glock,
at
ain't never
Jay.
been in
Jay who
nothing.
sang a song talking about he ain't never gonna settle down, and now he married to Beyonce with 3 kids.
I mean, it's.
Thankfully, what are
I
you
mean,
talking
look.
about?
We can't talk about Jay-Z because we want to talk about Jay-Z.
Look.
I feel like Jay-Z is a whole sellout anyway, and I don't feel like he's for black people.
We go to the left. We go to the left.
I don't want to talk about him.
The Good Guy Experiences does not have anything against Rock Nation or Jay-Z.
Oh, we
Hey,
love
Jay-Z, if you're
Jay-Z.
looking,
Love me some Jay. Love me some Jay. I'll just use him as an example.
But I'm saying like we
No,
like
Jay-Z cancel.
like we say that we glorify that shit, but like I said, every genre got violent music too. But
Yeah.
it's just that our shit is always on Front Street, and our shit is looked at like, oh man, we glorifying that. People just telling their stories sometimes. It's a form of the music we all grew up listening to. Now we're gonna act like we too good for it. You know what I mean? We all grew up listening to
And do
gangsta
you know
battle
how many
rap.
people are at work listening to talking about they selling dope and everything? You behind your cubicle. You ain't really going out in the streets and doing it.
okay, but listen. Let me say this. I had the opportunity to work with the youth. Now, Kim,
I don't really kill him out there. I don't know what you talking about. Because
hold on, Shantae, because I got your back on this. Because I got your back on this. Because yes, you and I are able to tell the difference between real life and entertainment. We have jobs, we have families where we like, look, I can't go out there and pop the 9 in a nigger's ass. I can't do that today because I got to go provide for my family. But telling that 12, 11-year-old boy that grows up and listens and idolizes that music, hey, look, if you ain't got the fault, you ain't on nothing.
They ain't supposed to listen to it
I got
no
to
way.
give
It
me a
ain't made
40
for
then.
them.
Who allowed that?
I mean,
Exactly. It ain't made for them. It's
It's
made
the
for adults.
influence. That's what I
but
was
it's
saying.
made for the adults. But look, how many songs did we listen to that wasn't made for us? How
But
many songs?
Yeah.
but
I
I
listened
had
to it and I didn't go to jail for a murder.
exactly. Exactly.
But as you said,
people are. You don't care about the people that are going to jail for murder? Like,
Well,
I wish that they didn't murder someone to go to
but
jail.
people
Somebody
is
should
a
have been
product.
there. Tell them that's music, that's entertainment. Don't go out there and actually do it.
y'all have to disassociate yourselves from the problem. Like, y'all be like, okay, that's just them over there.
No.
I grew up in the projects across from my
That's
college.
what's promoted about our
When
culture.
I grew up in those projects, I didn't get in trouble because there was a college across the street. I chose that I was going to get my education and go across the street,
Absolutely.
go to that college.
You
I
get a
wasn't going
choice.
to fall into the traps of a lot of people that were in my neighborhood that fell into them. You have a choice.
So about the people that didn't cross the street and go to college, what about them? Are they a lost cause or what?
No.
No, they're not a lost cause,
blaming
but
them.
if they out here
Blaming
busting
them.
their gun, they're going after their
Blaming
gun.
them.
But you
But
have
if
to have a
you're blaming them
plan.
for all your community problems, you are saying they're a lost cause. That's what
I'm
you're
just saying
saying.
lost cause. I'm saying they contribute to the problems in the community. We
The
must
black men are the problem with the black community. Period.
to the problem.
Period. You put that in. Period. Look,
They
someone has to say it. You said they are the biggest problem, aka they are a lost cause.
I feel like they're an issue that has to be addressed. We have to stop killing each other. We have to stop glorifying black genocide. We do. That means we're gonna have to shut the music off. We're gonna have to shut the music off, and y'all don't want to do that because y'all like rap music. Y'all like that because you get
Yeah,
the
I
same
agree.
part. Y'all don't get
I
the
agree
same
with
stuff. But at the end of the day, people are being influenced by this, and they're killing. Chicago is killing. I'm telling you, New York is killing. They're killing. They're taking out black men at a high rate, and y'all.
I think you get hyped up with social media too.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, everybody. We got a hand up. Hold on, but before we go to that hand up, I got a question from the audience. What's up, Unc? What's up, Uncle Chester? All right. So, black people have not defined themselves as people. Are we white men and white women with black faces? Please respond. So, black people haven't defined themselves as a people. How do we feel about that?
Okay,
It's
so
true.
We aren't exclusive with our culture.
It's true. We don't. That's why, bro. It's so much we can't do because we're not even defined as a race. Black is not even a race. It's not even real. Like so, I'm telling you, no, that's true. That's true.
Well, I'm gonna be real. I don't put that on black on my application. I put other because I know where I come from. I'm first generation in America, and my family always tell me where we come from. They tell me about royalty. They tell me about our spirituality and what it was before it became so Americanized and whitewashed. And that's the problem. Who are we? Because we don't know who we really came from. We've been
And a
living
lot
for
of us was
years
indigenous.
going off of someone else's story. Going off of
It's
someone else's story.
exactly.
But the thing about it,
That's on my list. I don't feel like black people are exclusive with their culture. They allow anybody in it. They be trying to include
because
the
it's not.
I got you.
It's America. It's a melting pot.
people that are like
American life is not our culture.
Right.
Your American life is not your culture. And I probably get popped in the back of the head from one of my family members. But if you go to anyone who's first generation American, their parents will tell them, you're not a regular black American. In a heartbeat. Boom, you're not.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that's how I was raised. My parents would tell me that all the time. You're not one of those regular black
What does
Americans.
that mean, though?
No,
Because we know our
a lot of
culture.
us
Because we
think-
know our culture.
1 second, let's go. Hold on, before you go, Ash. Before you go, we're gonna come to you, Ash. We're gonna come to you next. We're gonna go to the comments. Popularity speaks in more ways than one from Aunt Pew. Hey, Star Cooper says it's a matter of choices, though. Marion says we don't kill ourselves at a higher rate than any other race. Star says we need outlet for crime to be insane. And Victor says I don't with hard gangster rap, to be honest. And Anthony asked the question. So answer this, ladies and gents. Is sororities and fraternities not a problem within this conversation? I think we need you to kind of elaborate on that. And how, I mean, why are fraternities and sororities a part of the problem if you think they are? Go back to you, Ash.
Oh, okay. So, like the fraternity and sorority situation, yeah, they are a problem because those people are like getting paid by the government. Like those people are attached to the government. It's like, how do I put it? Like it's a. You remember the other day I said that you can't name a black leader that's not attached to the government. Like these people sell out and they're told to do something by like globalists. Like, and it's like an agenda that they have set out that they're trying to. It's going on right now. That's why we're in a whole pandemic. Like it's going on right now. But shoot, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Ash. I was like, so
Where you going?
I know I lost my train of thought in the middle of it.
If we don't want the government, right? Why don't we create that? Why we don't build hospitals for ourselves?
We do create things, and because we don't have the finances, it is taken away from us. We've always had creativity. As soon as we take that creativity, someone with money comes in and says, I could take you out of your community and show that creativity to the world. And once they show it to the world, it's no longer ours. But that person got out of poverty with that creativity. We created the cotton gin and all of those things to help us when we were on the plantation and everything. Someone took that idea and they made money off of it. It has been happening forever. But I did want to touch on one point when you were saying that music creates the stigma around Chicago and New York having so many deaths and everything. They were having gangs and killings in Chicago before drill music ever was a thing. The reason for the violence and everything in Chicago is because there are no programs for the children there. So when there's one person that is working and I'm not working, I don't have anything to do, I'm going to school and I don't have anything to eat, I'm going to go out and rob somebody.
That's right.
That is the reason for the killing in Chicago. It has nothing to do with drill music. Now, the drill music, and I'm talking about your homie, you talking about my homie, now we about to do something. It perpetuates it and it causes more violence, but it is not the reason for the violence.
Yeah, right, I just think that. Go ahead.
Hold on. Back to Shantae. Back to you, Shantae.
Okay, so if we're saying that, right? If we're saying that the reasons for racism is because white people are shutting us out and not giving us the resources that we need, right? Right? Is that what that's the common consensus? Mm-hmm. So we get people, black people with money, Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Kanye West. When we get black people with money, why is it that we feel as though they don't owe us anything? We always say they don't owe us.
They don't owe us.
They
don't owe us. Have you ever heard of? There was a thing called Black Wall Street. There was a thing called Black Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and right in Durham, North Carolina. When black people get money, when black people get money, their places are bombed. That's what the movie Rosewood was about. When we get a community and we start doing good, it is bombed. It is taken away from us. They do not want to see us doing too good. It's not for Jay-Z to come save us.
Bombing is
build
a
up
knee in
our
your neck
community,
now.
which will be
What's the
destroyed
different
again.
version of bombing? What's
A
who?
knee in your neck.
Well,
A
let me
knee in
speak.
your
Let me
neck
let me
as you
speak.
lay
Let me
on the
speak.
floor and
A
say, I
lot of
can't
times,
breathe.
a lot of
That's
times when our black leaders do try to purchase something like purchase a network or something like that, we end up with these allegations or something against them. They end up behind bars. It may not be a bombing or something like that, but they are always prosecuted, and then their name is always slandered in some type of way. So this is also a way that they take people that are trying to do something for the community and dwindle it down. Am I wrong?
yeah.
Or
Our
am I
black
right?
leaders
Well,
started the
You're right.
Freedmen Bank.
that's
They started the Freedmen Bank.
That-
All of that money got taken away.
that's what I'm saying. And
Absolutely.
every
Absolutely.
So Kanye West is still very rich. Rick Ross still very rich. Puff Daddy still very rich.
Those are all musicians. Those are all musicians.
Okay, but
That's
still, it's
not
people
rich.
who have the means to do something about it. You get what I'm
I'm
saying?
What you're
saying
talking about is
every
rich.
person, every
What
person
you're
that's trying
talking
to do
about
that
is
has
rich.
got
That's not
people.
wealth. We built up wealth. Wealth is something that you could pass on to your kids, to your grandkids.
We supposed
We're
to build
talking
a
about
building,
rich
but we
people who
don't
could
have
do
any
something for their
Wait,
kids.
Shantae. Let him finish. Let him finish, Shantae. Go ahead, Art.
Rich people could do something for their kids. Rich people could say, okay, I'm going to go give book bags out. I'm going to give this. If I give too much, I no longer have anything. What they took away was our wealth. Wealth goes on for generations. Wealth makes sure that you could build a building at a college so that your
Yeah.
grandchildren and children could go to those Ivy League colleges.
We got
That's
some
what wealth
comments. Star
is.
Cooper says we building is taking a ball. Marion says agree artwork. Katina says artwork. She's clapping for you. Kristen says preach artwork. Star says how many leaders are arrested on IRS charges because we weren't taught how to be rich. And Victor says don't forget the athletes.
Michael Jordan, they're not building anything. No infrastructure, no nothing. No hospitals, no schools.
Michael Jordan did
I
build
think Michael
hospitals.
Jordan. Yeah,
Nobody with money, black people.
Michael
wise,
Jordan gave back to a lot of North
Michael
Carolina
Jordan
stuff.
did give back. He
Michael
did
But
give
can
Jordan
I
back.
built
just say
hospitals.
this? Can I just say this?
What about
Every
LeBron? He
black,
got money. You didn't bring him
Okay,
in.
he said him too. We ain't holding none of these black men accountable. That's it.
LeBron built the
Well,
Freedmen
says
Bank too.
LeBron
all the
gives back.
houses full of
So we're gonna wait over under us. Tyler Perry. It's a lot of people that could get back, but they choose not to because they.
No, you
She
don't
chose to
see
do
them
her
giving
school in
back,
Africa.
so you assume they're not giving back.
but listen,
That's how that
LeBron built
but
the
goes.
whole
listen,
damn school.
but
A whole
but
damn
look,
school.
black people like every black person that's tried to do that and go like that far to help us
This
has
nigga
gotten
muted my
killed.
mic.
Like they don't ever survive. They always get assassinated, huh?
Repeat that.
So we
Ashley.
living in fear, is what y'all saying. We living in fear. We conquer
Yeah,
people.
I always say
We
that
conquer
fear.
people. We
They use
conquer
fear.
people. We
Yes,
just
we're
shouldn't even
living in
try, right?
fear. Yeah, we're
We
living
shouldn't
in
even
fear.
try.
They
Well,
use
well,
fear
listen.
to
Well,
control us.
let's look at it. Let's look at it in this aspect. Yeah, I do believe to a certain extent we're living in fear. Black mothers are living in fear that their sons are going to be taken away. I mean, we're living in fear of something every day. Black me. I mean, I'm honestly, to tell you the truth, I get in fear when I see a cop car behind me every day, even though haven't done anything wrong. But the issue is, black people are going to have to give to get a little bit more. But we've given
Exactly.
we've given so much, and who is going to be the one to step up and give? For instance, Mr. Weeks, we know a lot about sports. Who is going to be that draft class that says, hey, we're going to be the draft class that's going to go to HBCUs instead of going to predominantly white universities? So now that draft class is going to hurt. It's going to hurt their position in the draft. It's going to hurt their NBA standings. But who is going to be that stepping stone so the next black people can get ahead? So I believe that's where we are. Who is going to do that for? Who is going to be that stepping stone for us?
Yeah, I believe that's a start. That's definitely a start. But we definitely got to meet them where they are because they not budging. Like I tell people that all the time, white people not gonna change.
I got a question though. I have to ask go.
Oh yeah, you can go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask. Like, all right, raise your hand if you are a member of a black bank.
A black what?
If you banking for a black bank, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Like if you got a bank account for a black owned bank right now, raise your hand.
I don't.
So the thing is, like, we gotta start with ourselves. Like, we gotta start with self accountability. We can't be looking at celebrities and saying what they doing. We got to all look at ourselves and say, what can I do to make a difference in my community? If it ain't no more than mentoring one black child, it just we all got to make little
Buying
small,
black.
buying black.
Buy no more black because I'm saying black people do not support black people. They don't. They don't ever support black people. They don't I'm not supporting Jay-Z no more. I'm not supporting Kanye. I'm not supporting Michael Jordan no more. I'm not supporting none of them black people.
Okay, but what about locally? What about locally,
Shantae?
What about locally? What about
once
locally?
again, But once again, you're making a broad generalization off
I'm
of
telling
some.
you what I see.
But I'm saying, all right. So how many local
Buying
black
Jordans isn't
businesses?
buying black. That's buying Nike.
Nike. But
I
how many?
understand. So
How
whatever.
many black?
I'm not supporting no black people in their business endeavors. Well, not that's higher up are already rich. I'm not. No.
But that
Thank
the,
you for
the,
supporting our endeavor. Thank you
but
for
the
coming on the show.
But the question I was
Nobody.
asking, the question I was asking is, how many locally black businesses do you support personally?
I support everybody that has a black business around here. Plus, I do community outreach. I help people get mental health services. Currently trying to run for mayor so I can make a change in my local community. I do the work here, you know.
See, that's good. See, then you should be commended for that. We
I
are
feel
commending
like
you for
the
that.
people that have money too should also be just as invested in black people as I am. Like, if we're gonna say they represent the black race and our culture, we should also hold them accountable for supporting black people.
But I mean, I think
And
they
they
I
can't
don't
just
think
be
they
they
support.
flaunt it in our face.
they
That's
are
what's going on.
they
They get rich and they flaunt it in our face and be like, "Oh, we're rich and y'all ain't." That's what we get.
I'm saying they. I mean, you do have celebrities that do give back. I mean, just because everything isn't
Like Trader
publicized
Truth
doesn't.
in Houston.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everything isn't publicized. You know what I mean? Like I saw something with Cam Newton. I don't know if y'all watch I Am
Yeah.
Athlete, but Cam Newton told Brandon Marshall, "I support any charity you want me to. Don't put my name on it because I don't want it to be about me." And a lot of people do that, so we can't just say that these rich people, black people, are not helping. You
I'm
know?
not even talking about charity. I'm talking about when we said that they purposely kept us out of like getting business loans and home loans. You know, why not be if you have the revenue to do that? Why you can't be? Since you're saying that white people are discriminating, why not you be the non-discriminating
Uh,
one?
but that
Right
go back to
around
my
those business
question.
loans,
That
you know.
goes that goes back to my question when I said how many of us are part of a black
Ain't
owned
black.
bank.
So
You
you
know what I
want to
mean?
create a Black
Uh,
Wall Street again?
I want to build the
Right, but
communities
you
back up.
gotta
I want us to be proud to be
understand.
black.
But
Right, and I
Shantae,
want to do. I
is
want to
that
do the
pretty?
same thing, huh?
Go ahead, Ash. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say I want to do the same thing. I agree with you, but the reason why we can't do it is because everybody knows history. It got blown up. People got killed. They came to a whole town and killed just about all the black people. Shut all the business down. Blew the whole town up. So that fear, everybody still has it. Like anybody that's tried to step up and do something has gotten assassinated.
I'm
So
not scared. I'm not scared anymore.
I'm not either. I'm not.
Yeah.
But hey,
And
my
and
bad.
we don't
and
have enough
also
people who not scared. That's the problem. We don't have enough people who not scared. But more people are waking up every day.
right.
So eventually we're gonna get there.
And,
We just you gotta remain optimistic in the situation because it could be stressful because you get tired of being oppressed. You know, you get tired of not getting that job or that promotion because you
right.
black and you a man or because you a
I
white
get,
and you gay.
I
But
get that part. I get that part.
yeah,
But
I think and
it's a
so
lot of women that are willing to step up. It's a lot of women that are willing to take those lead roles, and they're being called masculine. They're being told to submit because and these men are not even stepping up their damn self.
Can I
All right,
ask you a
well, you
question?
artwork.
So you said that a lot of women are stepping up and stuff like that, which I agree. I believe that our culture has become woke. As I said, black people have always been, looking up to our elders, looking up to our grandmothers. We are a matriarchal society. The thing is, with like Black Lives Matter, it's nothing but black women running that. What are they doing for the community?
nothing.
For the
Black Lives
actual
Matter.
black
Why
community?
were
Black
women
Lives
running it?
Matter.
Why were women running it?
There ain't
Because
no
black
black men
men
running
did
Black
not
Lives
step
Matter.
No,
up.
Black Lives
Where were the
Matter.
black
Black
men?
Lives Matter is owned by a white man. That's the
Where were
only
George
the
reason.
George
Wait,
Soros.
wait,
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
George.
Where were the
George
black
had
men?
black people
Wait. We on
representing
Ash.
That,
him.
Ash has the floor. Ash, you have the floor.
I have the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying no. Black women just represent Black Lives Matter. We don't even own it. Why do you think they've been ghosts? We ain't heard from Black Lives Matter since the election. They ain't
I
done
don't personally care
yeah.
nothing.
about that.
They
I
ain't
don't
done
personally care
anything.
about Black Lives Matter.
And Black Lives Matter whole movement ain't even for black people. They've done nothing for us. All that money they
Mm.
got didn't go to us and went to Joe Biden and the
And
LGBTQ.
that was what I
And
was
they
saying.
getting
That's what
everything.
I was getting into.
Right, I'm not. That's another reason why I really don't even really support LGBTQ because I know who runs those organizations and those people are not for us. Because I'm that pro black that I don't even run with my own community. So it's that serious to me because I'm black before I'm gay. At the end of the day, I'm still black. It don't matter.
Right.
I'm a black
Amen.
woman.
Amen. Hey, so go into some comments. Alicia says, I agree, Weeks. Each one, reach one, teach one. Victor, LOL. Anthony says, for me, Black Americans got to use the excuse of being homeless to get in on the big league. Ex LeBron and Tyler. Ashley says, you're definitely going to have to be that change that you want to see in your community and stop wanting everyone else around you to pick up the slack when it's your responsibility to see the change around you. All right. Star says, if you don't have faith in Black people, how can you lead them with honesty and good
That's
intent?
what I was about to ask. That's what I was about to ask.
I have faith in people's ability to change, right?
That's not what you said.
That is
Not
not
what you said. Think about this. You're running for mayor, and they pull that post up. Do you think your followers are going to say to you, wait a minute, I haven't talked for the last 10 minutes.
Thank you, Victor.
Okay?
We appreciate you.
Okay? So, you're telling me you're running for mayor, and you pull up that post. They're not going to wait for you to break it apart now that you want to explain yourself. They're going to say, I don't want to follow her. Because at the end of the day, you do not change a community by pointing fingers. You change a community by opening up your arms. Period. So your statement was strong, and though it's general, it was concise. You were very specific about Black men. Now you're breaking it apart. Now you're unpacking it. In all honesty, when you're running for political, it's too late now. You said it. You wrote it. It's done.
Said it and I meant it. I said it.
So now you can't fix it.
I stand 100% on it because I feel like Black men contribute to all the problems.
That's not what you said. And I said this about going on. That is not.
No.
Wait a minute. One at a time.
So
go ahead.
You can imply whatever you want to imply from there, but I stand on that. I feel like they do contribute to majority of the problems.
So do you?
It's on you, Jay Weeks.
So do you? I mean, you're running for mayor. That's good. I commend you for that because that's something I say that we should all get into politics. But do you not care about the Black male vote? Because you will not get it.
Okay. So me wanting Black men to be better men for their communities.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, but what I mean is you want to see better out the Black male. That's cool.
Yes.
But the message is wrong. That's not how you get the message out.
Yes, it is how you get the message out. You make them figure out what's going on. You feel me? We're not gonna title Black men anymore. I feel like a lot of Black men act so conquered. They are so conquered, like they can't do anything. It's always they take a back seat to roll to everything, and it's like women got to step up. And I feel like women got to step up. I'm holding everybody accountable. Black men, y'all need to get up off your ass too. Y'all got to do something too.
Before I ask my question, before I ask the question of how, what is the solution?
I'm not saying nobody. I'm just saying y'all have to change behaviors.
We're gonna bring it back to Black Pearl because she looked like she got something to say right now. Black Pearl is on you.
I think I feel sorry that that's all you see around you. There's men that's not doing what they're doing.
What are you talking about?
Because you just said Black men need to get up and blah, blah. I know more Black men that are doing what they need to do for the community, that work hard, that work 2 jobs, that get in houses.
Did I say no Black man built the community?
You said Black. Okay, wait. Let's break it down. Right? When you make statements that say Black men, you just scoop everyone in. You're not saying just these little people here. You're saying Black men. That's what I keep trying to tell you. Semantically, what you're saying, you put a net out.
85% of Black men.
You should say from my experience, and within the community, the Black men.
I got a question for Shantae though. I got a real question.
85% of Black men are
I got a real question for Shantae before KJ start reading comments.
You saw me looking at him.
But do you have any sons? Or how many sons?
I do. I have 3 sons.
No way, Shantae.
No. Let me say this. I got 2 daughters. Two daughters. And to me, I'm their hero. I'm their father. If I was to say Black women is the problem for our community, I know they'll lose respect for me. But I mean, because I'm not saying nothing about you as a mother. Trust me. I'm just saying, like,
feel attacked. Go ahead.
But it's the truth. That's why I was like,
Not the truth, but go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is, if your sons hear you say that, they might feel some type of way. That's all I'm saying, because they're gonna grow up and be black men,
They are not the typical ones that's out here. They're not. They're gonna be compassionate. They're gonna be
before you go,
They're gonna be.
I got to go to the comments because the comments are building up, guys. I got to go to the comments. All right. Anthony said, Black Pearl be speaking the truth for real, for real. Katina says, and your community is supposed to elect you as mayor. Star says, what is better? I still don't understand the message. My Jessica says my exact thoughts, Katina. Victor says the black male vote equals RIP. Sorry, Shantae. Katina says you don't tear the black man down to build.
I'm not tearing the black man down.
Green says you won't get better from them by chastising. You're not.
So why do black men feel like it's that women need the hard truth?
That about your own father?
Why do you feel like women need the hard truth? I don't get that. And then when
do you feel that way about the men in your family? Do you feel that way about the men in your family?
No, I do not. I don't think all black. Why do you group everybody in a group? Okay, everybody is different, baby. Everybody is different.
Hold on. You just said, Shantae, everybody is different, but you said black men. You didn't say different.
I'm talking about the collective of black men.
So that means your daddy in there, your uncle in there, and
the black community is black men.
85% of the black men in the community contribute one way or another to the problems within the community. That's what I'm saying.
Where's your facts on that? Where'd you get that 85%?
I have one question, Pearl.
Did you
go to a HBCU?
Okay. Who wanted to say all? I'm trying to tell you it's not all. I'm not saying all. So I'm trying to throw out. So you don't.
University did you go to a HBCU?
No, I went to the North Carolina State University.
And that's the thing. Me, KJ, we all went to HBCU, where everyone that was there was black people that were on their job trying to make it in life. I'm not going to say 100% was good black people, but you had 85% working towards building up the black community and wanting to go out and do things in the world. And as opposed to the 85% of black men that you are saying aren't doing these things.
Can I just say one last thing? I promise I won't say nothing for the rest of this podcast. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Shantae.
I don't think y'all hear what I'm saying. I feel like y'all trying to generalize everybody in a box. And I don't do that. I feel like everybody got different problems that need to be addressed. That's
but your statement.
I just want to make 2 points.
A generalized statement. I say, you know what? I feel like the problem is
generalized.
Y'all have to take out of that. Y'all have to
It's on Black Pearl.
Two statements, I promise, and it's all you. One, if you're going to lead a community, you need to learn how to speak to the people. Whether they are, listen, you need to learn how to speak to the people, because once it comes out your mouth or you put it in social media, it is a wrap. No one wants to hear but I didn't mean, and they not.
I mean everything I say. I
say. Then what you said was all black men, period. So take it. You said it, take it. And my second thing
you can take what you want to take out of that statement.
I got you. But second, I love me a black man. Especially if he's working hard. Wait a minute. Especially if he's working hard and he's doing what he got to do. He make me feel like a queen because he's a king. Now, that doesn't mean any Joe Blow on the street is going to be that fly black man that I want to be with. But black men come from me. Black men make me. My father was bomb.com to me. Uncles, cousins, everyone. And so I'm not going to sit here and let you generalize, though you're saying you're not generalized, about the black man. Because these three black men here... I'm not going to let you cover up like you ain't
wrong shit. Like, I'm not going to let you cover that up. Y'all love to do that. Y'all love to be like, oh, I know a few good black men. That means all black men are good. No, that is not how it
works. Have no issues. Sorry.
Pearl. Also, Pearl, you know you from up north, so you know that man got to have Timberlands and a do-rag, so you need to add that up there too. All right, back to you.
I feel like we harp on these things. We don't understand. I don't think we see other Black people as humans, capable of being different, capable of being flawed in some way. I feel like once you say one thing about Black men, everybody's feelings are hurt. You know, we are flawed individuals. We are all flawed individuals. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So, like, sometimes you have to take constructive criticism, and I feel like a lot of Black people
came with
don't.
That wasn't
I didn't
constructive
think it. I
I
don't
criticism.
think
think
it
that
came
the
with facts. A lot of the
I
things
think-
you're
I think
talking
it's-
about is just your experience in your community. That's
That's
what
not
it sounds
my
like to me.
experience. I don't experience bad men. I'm going by
Okay, Lynn, we see you.
what other people talking
Jamaica
about.
Queens in the building.
Yeah, you gotta apply your own logic too, though. Like you're saying that we know we are harping on that. You know, you're saying that now everybody is bad, and we're saying that everybody is good, or vice versa.
Or
But
whatever.
by your logic, you're saying that we are not supposed to even defend the good guys, or I mean, I'm
You
just trying.
are. We
Yeah.
understand there are some good men. We understand that part. But I'm saying it's a lot of men that do not provide, do not protect Black women at all. It's some that are sexual predators. It's some that, you know, like I said, shoot each other. We're not gonna ignore those things either.
That's
Just
every
because you don't
community.
There's women that are
I don't
gold
know
diggers
the
and
sexual
hoes,
predators,
so we're not
but
going
I
to say
would
the
be.
problem is
I
that
don't
only
want
Black
gold
women.
diggers for having standards. You can't say a woman is
No. I didn't say that. I said to you, just like there were people that say women are gold diggers and hoes, that don't mean that every Black woman is a gold digger and a hoe. That just means the people you encounter with. And that's all I'm trying to say. Your statement was broad, generalized, and it's not the full picture of the Black man. And your word was Black community. Black community is men, women,
I
children.
have a whole list.
Okay,
of how I
wait a minute, Shantae. Wait a minute,
Let's
Shantae.
go over the list because I feel like y'all trying to nitpick over like little small like words. Okay.
Wait, Shantae. I gotta put you back. But listen, guys. We have went over an hour. I'm going to go through. I want to thank everybody that is here that has joined. I mean, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We thank you for joining the Good Guy Experience. Now we're going to go through, and I'm going to give everybody their final thoughts, starting with Shantae.
I feel like we have to do better. We have to be the leaders and stop making excuses for the things that we see in the Black communities and stop just stereotyping people and really push people to make positive changes. That's what I think.
All right. So going to you, artwork. How we feeling?
Can't we all just get along?
No, we cannot. We cannot. Not until we do better. We cannot get along. It's up and it's stuck with me. I'm sorry.
All right, Ash Jones is on you.
I just want to say
No, they don't count, Katina. Sorry, go ahead.
She ain't mean it, baby. She ain't mean
I
it.
just
She
want
ain't mean it.
everybody to value themselves, know who you are, learn about yourself and your history, because it's gonna answer a lot of questions. And so value yourself, love yourself, and Black men ain't the problem.
They are the problem.
It's all of us.
No, it's not all of us. It's not women at all. It's Black men.
Wait.
And buy Black. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Mr. Weeks, what you got to say on the topic?
I'm just gonna say this. You know, I like to say I love all Black people. I love everybody that's on this panel. I think we all successful Black people that's trying to make a difference. We all love our people. So, you know, our passion runs deep, you know. Even if we don't agree, I think the one thing we can agree on is that we all want to see our people prosper. And, you know, I just want to say that, you know, I enjoyed the conversation, and I think more conversations should be had, but the conversation should be about building instead of tearing each other down.
That's what we're supposed to be about, infrastructure and building. But y'all trying to harp on, you said that Black man. You said that.
All right, it's on you. Black Pearl, bring it home. Bring it home, Black Pearl.
What I want to say is everybody here is a believer, whether you're spiritual, Christian, whatever, right? And it doesn't matter if you are religious. It doesn't matter if you're spiritual. The saying is still the same. Watch your words. They carry energy. You could pour in and create and make someone grow, or you could use them same words to tear down. So you need to ask yourself the next time you're speaking, whether it's a post or you're talking to your future voters, am I edifying and uplifting my Black community the way I think I am? There's power in words.
Somebody give me my church fan.
Power in words. All
right. So we're going to have to come back and do a part 2 for this, guys. But listen, closing out, guys. closing
would
out,
not be a part of that.
Closing out, guys. Closing out. I just want to say that the Black community as a whole, we are jumping through hurdles. We are in dire situations, guys. We need to come together as Black men and Black women to help each other and pull each other up. Black men as providers, Black women as nurturers. Let's come together as a Black community and let's do this thing, guys. Let's get to the next level. So I want to thank everybody for coming out.
Time for snowfall.
I want to thank D. Shantae for coming and being such a lovely guest. You rocked it. And thank you all for coming and joining us. Thank you. Until next time, guys. Next Wednesday at 9 p.m.
They talk about a part 2, y'all.
The Good Guy Experience. It's always good, guys. We out.
I appreciate it.